I'm Marissa Strang, a DC-based travel blogger, and although I travel all the time and I've been to a casino, I never sit down at the table to play the games. To be honest, the thought of knowing all the rules and the ins and outs of every game is a little bit intimidating. So today we're at MGM National Harbor to talk to some experts who can show us the ropes. We're going to start with Alex Alvarado, Vice President of Casino Operations, and start with some basics. First, I want to ask you, what are some things that people should know before they even sit down and play a game at a table?
One of my favorite things to do is just make sure you know what your entertainment budget is, right? So know what you're willing to lose. At the end of the day, this is a game of chance, and so practice in this case costs money. And then I would also say, sign up for our loyalty club for MGM Rewards because, then you are also incentivized, right? And, kind of bonused for your play.
What else should people know? Just if they feel intimidated, just any tips to feel a little less nervous about sitting down?
Within the casino itself, we have different types of games. One of the most popular ways to learn how to play a live table game is to play what's called an electronic table game. And basically what that is where a dealer is dealing a live game, but you're entering your bets into a terminal. And the reason that that's easier is because it doesn't let you make a mistake. The best games to play if you're beginning, for me, it's very, very simple, and it's kind of 1A, 1B, is Roulette or Blackjack.
For beginners, what's a good time to come to the casino?
The best time for a beginner to come to a casino is always going to be earlier in the day or earlier in the week generally. If you think about it, crowds are likely to be less and you're less likely to feel any kind of intimidated.
So I wanted to ask you if there's any etiquette rules or general rules of thumb that someone should know before they actually sit down.
Know the minimum bet on the game, so you know what you're expected to bet, and of course that you have that. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is this is entertainment, this is about fun, and that's exactly what you should feel, and that's what I would expect that you would feel at our place. Now it's time to hit some games.
Let's do it. So now I'm here with David Miller, so he'll be teaching us the ins and outs of some of the games they have here. Okay, David, so Alex suggested that Blackjack and Roulette are some of the best games for beginners. So let's start with Blackjack. Why is it a good game for beginners to start with?
Sure. So Blackjack is one of our easier games. The gist of the game is you want to get to 21 without going over, and you want to beat the dealer or let the dealer go over in what they call bust or break.
Okay. So what happens when the game first starts? You sit down, and then what happens next?
I'll say no more bets, and then I'll deal 2 cards to you. I'll deal myself 2 cards, but only one of my cards is showing.
Okay.
And then we go in turn, again, with the goal of hopefully me going over or you drawing 21.
So you put down the first card, and then I decide I want another card to get closer to 21. Correct. What do I do now?
So that's called a hit.
Okay.
So here we do not use verbal commands, we would use a hand signal. So a hand signal for a hit is tapping the table. If you don't want a card, say you have a 17 and you want to stay, then you would use a hand signal, which is a swipe across the table, which means stay. The beautiful thing about Blackjack is that our dealers are here to assist. There's a basic strategy which they call the book, and customers are asked, what does the book say? And the dealers will let you know what it says,
okay,
and they can tell you how to play.
Are there any type of etiquette or just rules of thumb I should know about interacting with the other people at the table?
Sure. If you sit down while the cards are out, you wait to put your money into the betting circle until the dealer has taken all the bets and they actually say no more bets, and then they'll have the cards put into the shoe, and then that opens up for new bets to be played. And that's the biggest etiquette thing for Blackjack.
All right, well, I feel confident, I feel good, like I can play a game, so maybe we should get started.
Okay, sounds good.
Now let's move on to Roulette. So what makes this a good game for beginners?
So this is truly a game of chance. There's 38 numbers. The dealer spins the ball, it drops into one of the canoes on the number, and that's the number. You can be as simple as betting on red and black. It can be as simple as betting on odd and even. Or if you have a specific number in mind, you can bet on those numbers. When you come up to the game, if the wheel is moving and the ball is in there, in the wheel, then you can go ahead and make a bet. If you come up and you see that the ball is spinning, you would wait until afterwards.
Say I don't have like any favorite numbers or anything like that. Is there a guide or somewhere I can look where I can get an idea of what to do?
Yes. So we actually have a courtesy board, and it gives the player the history of the numbers that have come. So
Okay.
if you want to look to see what numbers that have come, we have what they call hot numbers, cool numbers, but it gives you a history of what is played, and then you can make your bets accordingly.
All right, I feel good about it. Maybe we should play.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you so much, David, for teaching me the ins and outs of blackjack and roulette. I feel like I learned so much and have way more confidence than I had before.
I'm very happy to hear that. I look forward to you coming back to see us here at MGM National Harbor.
All right, see you on the tables.
Thank you.
That was such a blast. I don't know about you, but I feel a lot more confident after learning the ins and outs today. To think about some of the things we talked about, remember to get your MGM rewards card so you can be rewarded for playing your games. Be sure to use casino etiquette when you're interacting with different people around your table. Make sure that you ask the dealer if you forget anything, they are your friend. And be sure to have fun and play responsibly. I can't wait to come back to MGM National Harbor. I hope to see you there.